Hey folks, welcome to Playing in Traffic. I'm Mikey Heels, and please, if you're digging the videos, what do we do on YouTube? Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Today, see the old one wheel sitting right there. I'm at my old Peanut League baseball field that we used to play, and it was. I wish I had the picture. I'm still trying to find it, and I will absolutely post that when I do find it. If I do, fingers crossed, of my Peanut League team. We actually were the Phillies too. We had red. The shirts were banging. And the picture was probably taken right here. And this is a Tarken playground in Oxford Circle. Pardon my eyes, man. The pollen is absolutely, there's just stuff blowing all over out here. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to stop by today. But yeah, like this. So this is the first time I really played any kind of, that I remember anyway, any kind of organized sports. And when I say, folks, I was bad at that age. I was bad. I got better, but I was bad. I was afraid of the baseball. One of the craziest memories that I have of playing over here is, I think, and I forget how old we were. I think we were like maybe 7 or 8. Maybe, I think somewhere around there. So it wasn't T-ball, it was pitch. I was afraid of getting hit with the ball. I remember specifically, just put it in this shot right here. I remember specifically one year, I think, finally hitting the ball, went foul. Yo, I started crying. And my dad was actually the first base coach. I remember him being right down there. So I remember being on this bench, as far as I remember. And then it's your turn at bat. And fouling one down towards the fence there. And on the right-hand side, though. It didn't. I don't even know if it passed first base. Probably, maybe. Who knows? Irrelevant. But my dad was right down there. He was right over there, coaching, first base coach. I can almost see his face right now. And you know what I mean? It's just, it's interesting that at 57 years old, I'm thankful the field's still here. I mean, I think most of our fields are here if we look them up. Sometimes I wonder, but it's a moment. You know what I mean? It's a moment in time. And I rarely I visit a little bit here and there. I'm big on that kind of stuff. I'll stop by and kind of reflect on that moment. But I wanted to document it today. So Tarken playground, and yeah, this is where he was. And I miss my dad. I miss my mom. We all know how we feel about our parents when they pass, for the most part. Good people. He was standing right here, somewhere around right here, just watching. And having raised my son and my daughter, who both played sports from time to time here and there, my son played a lot more. And seeing those days where my son was a lot better. Oh my God, I wish my son was good. And I like to take slight credit for it, only because we worked at it. We swung the bat a lot before we went to games. My dad was definitely working a lot. But the fact that he came out here when we were doing the Peanut League, the fact that he came out here and helped out with the parents was, as a coach, was awesome. I mean, I know what that's like myself too. Those leagues don't exist without parents volunteering their time. But yeah, he was sitting right there, and foul ball. I forget where I used to play in the field, but this was the first. Tarken, that's Somerdale Avenue right there. Here's the ice skating rink, which was, for the longest time, wasn't an ice skating rink when we were kids, but Ed Snyder really put his, some time and effort with that hockey program that he has in the city. And this rink is, to my knowledge, is used quite often with that. I loved what they did with these. These used to be tennis courts, but now they're for soccer. And I'm sure they're out here playing on them quite often. Tarken Playground, the home of the Phillies Peanut League team, circa 1973. Oh my God, I hope the team picture pops up at some point. I'll keep looking. But this is where we were running. And, you know, hey, 2024. Field still looks probably as good as it did back then. Maybe better. I don't know. Maybe even better. I don't remember how good it looked. Looks pretty good. Yep. Yeah, here's the old sprinkler. This was the old...
That's really cool.
Thank you. This is the old sprinkler right here. Already kind of made a note of that with Braxy B the other day, but right here's my old playground. And reason, one time I got conked, babe. I'm actually with Braxy B today. We just got done voting, and I'm showing her. Who knows what happened to them, teen. Now, as we roll over here, this is Tarken Playground. As we roll over here, we have the remains of the old water sprinkler. And you can see it has a cool little shape to it, zippity-doo, all the way around here.
So it was like a dome?
No, I got to find a picture of it. So it started low, almost like it started low and just kept getting higher and higher and higher. And it had little bits of water squirting at the very top. Like at this point right here, it'd probably be right at the top where your height right now. And then it would just keep getting higher and higher as it went around. And hey, you know what? I like knowing that this little thing of nothingness is still here. But that was the water sprinkler
Maybe
here.
Little kids ride their bikes in it now.
Yeah, probably so.
So their moms can sit right here and see them.
Exactly. Not a bad idea. Right over this way, you know, you see this current sliding board right here. Is not the one that was here. There used to be one right here, right about this point, and it was tall. It was pretty tall. It was pretty hot to go down, especially in the sun. And how about one day, my buddy, yeah, I did say my buddy, threw a brick over this gate, and he said he was trying to make a big bang on the slide, and the big bang was on my head. I remember getting dinged in the head with it. You know, it was weird. I don't remember getting stitches from that one. But, wow. Like, you know, the great memories. Probably like, oh God, this guy with his great happy stories. Yeah. But hey, here I am. I survived it. It is one of the probably dings I have in the back of my head. There's a few of them back there. But yeah, man. The old high slide. And then over here, actually right behind me, maybe a little bit over this way, was the they had one of these chains. And then a recent visit in Douglasville, Georgia, I saw that they had, I don't think they were actual chain, but it looked like chain. So that's not a thing that's over yet in 2024. We had a tall one. It just went straight up in the air like a rectangle. You know, made like a rectangle shape. And it was just a chain link all in there that you could climb. That was probably one of my favorite things because I started on the chain link here climbing and then inevitably got on Fell's roof, no longer there. Fell's has been moved to Somerdale area. And eventually Benner Movie Theater, eventually you know, I just like to climb and just sit and look around. I guess I liked heights. I don't know what the heck my situation was there, but splendid Americana climbing. The brick part, probably not so much, but hey, things happen. And they say things happen for a reason. From Tarken Playground, just a little stop by today. Some wonderful memories. One of the things about this area is that there's literally three, actually they didn't even call it three major playgrounds, they called it too, and then Tarken when we were growing up, because Tarken really didn't have a travel teams like Frankfurt Playground and like Summerdale Playground had. I remember being in like grade school at St. Martin at Tours, and actually talking about like, oh yeah, what playground do you live around? Tarken. But one other interesting thing that I noticed about what is over here? There's one or two Pokemon gyms over here. Couple stops. The one stop has. Oh, I gotta go see something real quick. I was mentioning there was a couple Pokemon gyms, and I remember the one time playing and seeing this Dennis Sabato field as one of the gyms, and I think I grew up with him. Dedicated 1984. I remember him passing when we were kids. In 1984, I would have been graduating high school. And this is a field that definitely gets used quite often, but yeah, how about that? I wanted to see if there was a marker, and there is a marker. And I learned that, I never really knew that was the case. I learned that from playing Pokemon, that this was here. So that's a heck of a tribute, and it's still here, that's great that it's still here. It's still hanging, and